Doctors took $1 million from the drug industry.
Hey, what is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. As always, we've got speedrunner0218 with us,
Hello.
and special guest D1. And
Great.
today we have another Tapu for you guys. This one's a little bit different. Speed, go ahead and explain.
Last time D1 was with us, we did Tapu Fini. Now this one's Tapu Bulu. All of the Tapus are part fairy, but instead of being water type, this one's part grass type. I'm honestly kind of nervous about this run. We have a lot of common weaknesses. We'll be weak to flying, we'll be weak to fire, we'll be weak to bug, we'll be 4 times weak to poison, and there are any other ones I can't think of. Ice. We'll be weak to ice. So there's going to be a lot of fights we'll be weak to, but we have really good stats and sword stance, but I do honestly worry about Koga. I mean, yeah, we get sword stance, but Koga's going to try and spam sludge on us, plus we don't get dig. Like, our good physical moves are just body slam and rock slide. And our good special moves are just whatever we get by level up plus psychic. So I'm a bit nervous about this run.
Are you acknowledging high jump kick's not a good physical move?
Not with, well, it misses too much.
I can agree to that.
Actually, before the stream, Steve actually looked at this. How many types resist fighting moves?
5.
In this
Yikes.
game, not just throughout all games?
Oh, right. This game specifically, let me go ahead and switch monitors. All right, it is. If we go look here at fighting, it is resisted by poison, flying, psychic, bug, and ghost. So it is resisted by a lot of the very common types in the game.
Yeah. Grass Fairy isn't weak to bug, by the way. Fairy resists bug. Not like bug moves are a concern in Gen 1. Okay, so I guess we'll take neutral damage from bug, but that's not really an issue. There's like no good bug moves. Hey D1, this is the part where you go, what about Twin Needle?
What about Twin Needle? I mean,
no major trainer has Twin Needles on its team. We only backported the move in. It didn't exist in Gen 1.
so we backported Twin Needle, got it.
Yeah.
We had to.
I mean, have you ever played a regular run where you had and used Twin Needle?
I mean, I started one where I used it. I just never finished it. And I'll probably redo it.
I know you can't beat Brock without Twin Needle for Beedrill.
That's the run I was doing.
Pokemon that gets it. I don't know. When I backported Weedle into Gen 1, it got a better bug move than Twin Needle.
Bug Bite?
Yep. Alright, well, I guess we'll just get started.
Alright.
All right, you ready, D1?
I'm ready when you guys are.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Name yourself guest.
Oh, always. If I don't, I reset.
I just missed the stairs.
You're just bumping into the wall.
That's a rule I made for myself. If I miss it, reset. Oop.
All right, so here's our movesets. Solar Beam, High Jump Kick, Withdraw, and Vine Whip. These backports get the most weirdest movesets.
Interesting.
Also, I hope y'all like the front and back sprite. I had to make these really quick last minute because that Sandshrew stream kept me up really late and I had no time to work on it.
There may have been an error in the cross-gen.
Why? All I did was put it... What typing did I put in?
The game thinks it's Rotom.
Didn't you use the mapper I gave you?
Yeah.
I changed that to Tapu Bulu. Are you sure you replaced your mapper?
I mean, I definitely replaced it. Now the question is if it was already loaded before I started, or if it was already loaded or not.
Maybe refresh your overlay?
No, that won't work. I'll have to refresh game or
Oh,
the
yeah. If
Super
you,
Shucky.
okay. If
Oh
you
my god.
I know the problem. If you modify the mapper without closing Pokebite, you have to close it out and reopen it.
So, that Weedle at the end of Viridian Forest?
I saw that, yeah. I saved, though.
I did not.
I just got absolutely shit stomped by him. Oh, I didn't save, and I'm at the beginning. Okay, well, perfect.
Same.
Excuse to start everything again.
I'm gonna fight the
No,
bug
mine
catchers.
straight up says new game, so I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh, did
Go
you
and
accidentally
open
hit
Pokebite.
reset?
I sure did.
Okay, I can't even... Can I even fight any bug catcher?
Okay. Let's see. I've loaded all of
Oh
that.
my god.
Christ almighty.
I just Gen 1 missed a Vine Whip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
We cannot fight a single bug catcher. We have to train in the wild.
well. And here I thought thinking, oh yeah, this will be a lot better than Tapu Koko.
Honestly, this might be one of the early games where we're better off training on the route before the forest, not in the forest.
Oh! I
Yep,
survived a
yep, it
wild Weedle with 1 HP.
Yeah, I'm training on the grass here.
So I started over. I reloaded everything. Super Shucky related, or not Super Shucky. The Pokebite related. Yeah, and it worked.
Okay. Yeah, whenever I used to work on mappers, whenever I made a change, I had to reload it every time, which was annoying.
Hey, good news. Solar Beam 1 hits Metapods. Never mind.
Dude, just train in the grass outside. There's no fear of Weedles here.
What about high jump kick misses? I just missed 2 of them in a row.
How much recoil did you take? 2 damage?
Yeah, but it was funny. To simulate losing to the Weedle, I will do the early rival battle.
Horn attack. There we go. I'm getting rid of... should I get rid of Solar Beam?
Good question.
Do we learn Razor Leaf?
No.
I don't have this thing's move set up.
No.
We do not.
I'm gonna bring up this thing's move set.
You get Mega Drain, and then you get Pedal Dance later.
Okay. Okay, I'll get rid of Solar Beam. Wait, are you guys having to grind to beat a mandatory bug catcher? Yes, we're 4 times weak to poison, and all of our starting moves were grass and fighting, which Weedle 4 times resists both of those, so I think this is the first run ever we had to train in the wild just for the first bug catcher.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe this, but I just beat the optional rival.
Nice. I just beat Brock.
You trained
I'm
to
at-
horn attack?
I got to level 7 and then said, fuck it, I'm gonna try anyway. And beat him with high jump kick.
Did he just
Interesting.
never attack you?
After a while, he didn't. I got 2 poison stings, got brought down to like 2 HP, and then it was the string shot show.
I dare you to do that for run 2.
I just did that right now, and I got 3 shot.
All right, beat Brock.
Nice.
What are you guys at?
11.
Beat Brock. 11.
Time.
Oh, 540.
5-4.
All right, I'm at 3.
Keep forgetting that you restarted.
I mean, I didn't really do it on purpose. It
Yeah,
just
you forgot
happened.
to save and reset out of habit. I get it.
I don't generally think I'm gonna lose that battle.
So, who else thought their main spamming move would be horn attack?
Not me.
Horn attack is honestly a really good normal type move. It's a lot of power points, 65 power. I don't think any normal type in this game, though, gets it. Imagine if a normal type got it.
How many attempts do you guys think for the super nerd?
I think first try. I don't think he'll be that bad.
Which super nerd?
I think he means the one by the fossils.
Yeah,
Oh, the one with the coughing and the Ekans. Okay.
The
Coughing and Grimer.
Grimer. Right.
Ooh, a Paris.
Well, I think his only attacking move is Smog. That'll do super effective damage, so I'm not worried.
Yay, I caught a Paris.
Yes, online bully. I did in fact save in front of the first trainer after Brock.
I am
I did
definitely
too, yeah.
fighting this optional hiker.
Hey, there's a Paris. How much will use Vine Whip? Why does Tauros not get Horn Attack? Good question. Because it'd be too OP. Obviously, it needs Tackle for the first 20 levels.
I think it's 30. And I think it gets Stomp at like 31 or something.
I'll
I
fight
think-
this hiker too.
I also fought the rocket with the Raticate.
I don't really think he's a good source of XP, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's a fully evolved Pokemon,
Oh my
but
god.
he has only one Pokemon, so the XP per second isn't that good. And in a
But
lot of runs,
It's
a
fully
lot of
evolved.
Pokemon actually kind of struggle against that guy, because I think that thing has Hyper Fang.
It does.
Yep.
You have to be able to one-shot it, otherwise you shouldn't face it.
Yeah, unless like you're using like a fighting type or something, it's usually not a good idea to face him.
Oh, I don't even think I faced him in my Hitmonlee run.
Actually, I think the Raticate only gives like 200 XP. You can literally get better XP just waiting for later. In all fairness, Stomp is just Horn Attack with a flinch chance. That's true, yeah, I think it's the same PP too. Alright, I got a Paris, so I do not need a Great Ball.
You both are like synced.
Really?
Jeez, Mega Drain only has 10 PP. That's sad.
Yeah. And Giga
Mhm.
Drain in Gen 2 has 5. Hey, are you fighting Misty early?
Yep, I already beat her.
I
Hey.
did too, yeah.
Online bully, I think you're wrong. I think Stomp has 100% accuracy, doesn't it?
Tapu
Does.
Bulu dishing out Tapu Boo-Boos.
Okay, that was a good one.
I agree. Chaz, that was funny.
Does Chaz like to Chaz it up? Does he know the reference?
Chaz, do you know the reference Chaz it up? If you don't, it's fine.
Do you know the reference?
I do know what it's from.
Nice.
I'll say what it's from after he responds.
Rocket
And then you have to
Guard
ask
with
him it.
Red Mount
Then you have to ask him to prove it. Does he like black capes?
Oh
is
my!
about as good as the 3 Rocket Grunts guarding Giovanni's 1 and 2. Yeah, but the difference is, like, Raticate guy can just be completely avoided. Funnily enough, in Fire and Leaf Green, they actually got rid of his Raticate. He doesn't have it anymore. So I guess they realized it's a bit too OP to have a Raticate that early. I think instead he has Rattata and a Sandshrew.
Is that a Blades of Glory thing? It is not. It is from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
This is correct. By the character Chaz, which everybody apparently does not like, but he does get a redemption arc. And then people like him.
Tauros gets Leer and Tail Whip in the same level up pool. Yeah, that is so funny, but I remember Scott had a theory on it. He thinks originally, you know how there are like moves that lower your stats by 1 and by 2?
Yeah.
Game Freak may have had plans to lower a stat by 3. So like Tail Whip might have been 1, Leer would have been 2, which is why some Pokemon literally get both on the same moveset. Because there's literally no reason for it to have both Leer and Tail Whip. Maybe that's the theory. I mean, there's no evidence for it, but honestly, that might be giving Game Freak too much credit. I think they just did it just because it sounds right. I mean, hey, it gets a tail, give it Tail Whip. It has a mean look, give it Leer.
Oh, Steve, he said that he forgot about that reference in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
It's okay. If you only watch like the first season or two, it would be pretty missable.
I mean, GX also wasn't like that great.
True. After like I don't even know. It does get a little cringy.
Oops. Oh no.
Oh boy. Good thing I still have these antidotes. I
Here,
never
you guys
understood
gonna-
the. Go ahead,
You guys gonna teach Dig?
honey.
I was about to say, it
what-
doesn't learn it.
What do you mean? I'm teaching Dig to Paris. Why aren't you teaching Dig?
Oh, I need to.
I wait until I get cut first.
I honestly should have done that. I actually taught Dig without thinking just to fit in with the joke.
I always teach cut first, and then dig, so that way a cut will always be on the move set first.
Yeah.
I might actually gain HP by battling Misty. Yep,
That's what I
I,
did.
I gained more HP than I lost. Do you guys think you'll have both Horn Attack and Body Slam in the same move set?
No. I'm gonna
I
get
have
rid of
no
it.
idea.
Like once I get Body Slam.
I really don't like High Jump Kick, but it is coverage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because there might be a fight coming up where I need a fighting move, because having only normal and grass really isn't good coverage.
Oh, Chaz watched the abridged version on YouTube, he says.
What does a bridge mean?
Uh,
Shortened?
yeah, like someone essentially like Cliff notes it into like a video format.
People do that?
Yeah.
Interesting. I've only ever heard of like Shakespeare abridged.
God.
We used to call it Spark Notes when I was a kid.
I remember Spark Notes.
Oh, Spark Notes, yeah. Isn't that the website where you would look up answers on your papers?
No, Spark Notes was a website that basically turned Shakespeare into actual like
Readable.
yes, it made it readable.
Oh, now that you mention it like that, I do remember using it.
Because Shakespeare is super hard to decipher.
Yeah, it was written in an old language.
Yes, the old language of English.
Yeah, I can see why the language died.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the comedy series where they dub over Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh abridged. I thought they made a GX abridged as well.
I'm trying to think if the Chaz It Up part, if he still had Chaz It Up in school, or if he gained Chaz It Up when he got shot into that that other school that was in this snowy area, and he had to go pick up all those cards off the,
It was then.
like the glaciers and whatnot.
It was then.
Okay.
I only know this because at work I was super bored and I needed shit to pass time. So I actually
Yes.
put on GX to help
You're
pass
speaking
the
my
time.
language.
And I'm on season 3 now.
This is what I do at work every single day. I have 3 monitors at work, and one of them is basically dedicated TV watching monitor.
Oh, that's my phone. The guy next to me though has 4 monitors and I was just like, what do you need
I
that many for?
would if I could, but unfortunately my work PC only supports 3. But if IT were to allow me to bring my spare computer to work, I could definitely have 4, and I definitely own 4.
So they don't allow you?
I've never asked. I'm trying to wait for the absolute best moment because I'm fairly sure they'll say no. So I'm trying to wait for a moment where the guy's either in a super, super good mood, or they need the computer for another reason, like to give to somebody else, and therefore my computer could be that option.
I had to reset because I accidentally taught Leech Seed over Body Slam.
What? Why would you do that?
Oh, no idea.
Leech Seed's a good move. Why would you reset over it?
Because I learned my lesson in the Nihilego run when I accidentally deleted Psychic for some
I
bullshit.
remember that. I actually taught Body Slam over Horn Attack.
So did I.
It's not body slam or horn attack as well. I have maximum of coverage. Oh my god, I keep disconnecting. It must be an internet problem.
I have
No,
Body
you're not.
Slam, Mega Drain, Withdraw, and High Jump Kick.
I have the same set, yes. Apparently, we've all decided to keep withdraw, even though I have not used it even one time.
Same.
Well, we all know why we're keeping it.
Right,
If
even
we
though
had-
we get Sharpen, Growth, and Sword Stance later.
Oh, we're just
Oh, we
waiting
actually
till we
were.
get a...
Sharpen.
Level 38.
All right,
You
I
just
can buy
waiting for?
3 vitamins. I'm gonna buy calcium. I was able to get a 3rd vitamin really easy because I didn't have to use any of the TMs the girl gave me on the top of the department store. If I usually have to use one of them and I don't sell it, I'm usually a tiny bit short on buying the 3rd vitamin.
My stream's still going because it's disconnected and reconnected like 3 times now.
Hello,
no.
yes.
Are you guys going to pick up Mimic?
No.
No.
Mimic is not really good in red and blue.
I also am not picking it up. But I am going to get
wouldn't say
Rock
that it's-
Slide.
I wouldn't say it's not good. I would say that it's unneeded for backports.
Okay. I think I Gen 1 missed Body Slam.
It feels so weird to sell Thunderbolt.
Wait a minute. Don't even do this. I was about to continue climbing the tower, and then I just realized my only move to hit Ghost is Mega Drain, so I'm gonna go get Psychic first.
Oh, God.
Because I would have been toast if I had done that fight.
I'm really
Is this the
disappointed you
mod?
thought of that because I thought of that as well.
I will answer your question in just a moment. I'm gonna get rid of Mega Drain.
I'm really disappointed you thought of that because I thought you were gonna complain about not being able to hit the ghost, and I was gonna be like a genius.
I also was going to get rid of Mega Drain.
All right, I'm gonna have to not use any repels for a little bit just because of those wasted steps. Okay, so this sorta is not really a mod. How I made this is I took the disassembly of the game you can find on GitHub. It's basically like instructions for like how to build your own ROM, basically, with your own tools, and I was able to make changes to it to add another Pokemon in. So today we added in Tapu Bulu, and we're just trying to beat the game with it.
I was sand attacked by the first Pidgeotto. That's not good.
Yeah, it's really cool. I just tried to use high jump kick on the Marowak Ghost instead of Pokédoll.
Oops.
But yeah, if you like the backports though, on my channel I have a huge playlist with a bunch of them in red and blue, in crystal, and in fire red. I think at this point I think I've done probably around 120 backports.
Didn't you say for the fire red ones, like, how do you make those? I thought there was like some special process.
Axiom makes them. He uses old ROM hacking tools from like 2011 or something.
Gotcha.
They're old tools. I mean, we could just use disassembly for it, but hey, I don't have to make them.
Nice. That is a plus.
I mean, he does get to make all the executive decisions on what's going to be on the moveset, and he makes some interesting choices. I'll just say that. I've got 4 psychics. I'm going to fight the Van Man biker. You know, I will say, coughing and wheezing sprites, especially wheezing, they look way better in red and green.
They do.
It's okay, guys. I just took a pic. I just looked at what Bulbasaur looks like in the decks, and it does look like red and green.
Oh my god. How did I get an encounter like right before Mr. Fuji?
There's encounters on top of that floor.
I made a mistake and used my regular repel, so now I am kind of gonna be forced to walk through grass twice that I don't want to.
I mean, when I had to backtrack out of the tower to get Psychic, I basically wasted a repel, so to make up for it, I had to go through half of the tower without a repel. Just otherwise, in the end of the game, I'd be short. Yeah, they look different because in our backports for red and blue, this is a change we made recently, but most of the Pokemon have their red and green sprites. Just because most people never get to see what they look like, so I figured it'd be a little fun touch. Hey, for example, here's Execute. Honestly, its red and green sprite looks better than its red and blue sprite. Its red and blue sprite looks really ugly. Victory Bell, though, is just horrid looking. Ugh. You guys gonna teach Petal Dance?
I thought about it.
That's a joke.
I legit thought about it.
Oh, you know what's
Over Mega
interesting?
Drain?
I just beat Erica. The Pokemon that did the most damage was actually her Tangela. It was spamming Bind, and I was poisoned, so you can probably guess how that went.
Why'd you defeat her so
Wonderfully.
early?
Psychic, and we
Well, I'm
resist
saying
grass.
why. I didn't say how.
Experience for Koga. I'm not doing Koga before Erica. That's not happening with this thing. You like the yellow ones. I could actually put some yellow ones in here if I wanted to. It was honestly a lot of work
Oh my
just to
God.
get the red and green sprites in here, because it was kind of complicated, because some of the sprites are actually a tiny bit bigger in terms of storage size, and with how much with how much is in a red and blue cartridge, like being just a few bytes bigger can actually make the ROM fail to build. So I had to do a weird little mix and match. I mean, I could put some yellow sprites here. It depends on what other people think. I
Chaz
don't think
says
I'd do like
the winner
what?
will be named Tapu Guru.
I mean, if people are up for it, I can consider like adding some yellow sprites here and there. Maybe the red and green sprites that we think just look hideous, we can make them their yellow sprites. Interesting. At level 34, Psychic does not one-shot coughing. 35
I didn't
it does.
expect it to, actually, surprisingly.
Okay, I'm gonna get a reset here. Never mind. Apparently Koga just threw the fight. I ran out of Psychics on the Wheezing. I knew it wasn't ever going to use Self-Destruct, so I was just spamming Body Slam. He used an X attack, and then used Toxic, and I beat him. He
Nice.
just never attacked me.
Interesting. I had a very different idea.
No, don't go in here.
We'll see how this goes.
Alright, let's go do Sylph now. Was your
Well, that
plan
was
Swords Dance or something?
That was disastrous.
Honestly, I think the best plan is just to get to 35 and sweep. Well, the Muck was a critical hit, so I did get lucky.
Oh, so close.
I'm not disagreeing with you, plus CX. I think the yellow sprites do look the best in Gen 1.
Okay, well, my idea was bad. Now I am gonna suffer for it. I went to do Rival 5 first. Turns
did that
out,
go?
you really should get the speed boost first.
Oh wow, yeah. I tried to do an early Rival 5 and it didn't work.
Yeah, you really need the badge boost. Even
Yeah.
with Swords Dance, if you don't outspeed anything, they just wallop you.
Yep.
Yellow Legacy has updated Gen 1 back sprites. Well, I do know their disassembly is public, so I might actually look at that and probably steal them. We'll see that. Well, it's not even going to matter. These are backports. We're never going to see regular Pokemon back sprites.
True.
Did they ever update any, like, front sprites for anything?
RJ Deadpool, this is not a mod. We essentially use the tools that the creators used in order to make this ourselves. If you want to be able to play this, though, we do have an easy way of doing it. If you become either a channel member of either Speedrunner or myself, we do include the ISP files to make this yourself and play it yourself on our channel. Making an ISP file into a ROM, though, is incredibly easy. Definitely Googleable.
Well, I include instructions in there.
True.
Yeah, plus, it's not just this one. There's, probably roughly 80 to 100 backports across Blue and Crystal.
A lot of variety.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I speed tied Alakazam.
In order to beat Koga, I had to fully set up on the first coughing.
Hey, Steve, I forgot to teach Swords Dance for the rival battle,
God.
and I still won.
Congrats.
Nice.
Yeah.
I forget what this guy has, but you might as well. 8.
Growth. Is growth potentially worth teaching? It can help Psychic do more, but I think Swords Dance is straight up better. I'll just say no.
Have you guys gotten rid of Mega Drain yet, or do you still have it?
Oh, a long time ago.
I still have Mega Drain.
I got rid of it
Um,
for
who has it?
Psychic.
Who has it helped with so far?
Nobody.
You'll never guess the move I held on to.
I just Gen 1 missed the
Withdraw?
Body Slam.
No, high jump kick.
I still have that too.
I got a Gen 1 miss on Body Slam on the Alakazam of Rival 5.
Oh, that's funny.
Somehow he used Recover. Even he was surprised that it didn't hit.
Alright, I'm gonna go do Blaine first before I do Sabrina. Hey guys, I'm just letting you know you can't use the bike on water.
You can in
What?
Gen 8.
The Elite Four is really using red and blue, or maybe it's because of the red and blue Elite Four is very easy, but that may have just been the fact I had a level 100 Charizard.
Yeah.
The red and blue Elite Four are actually really easy. They're really bad in this game.
They're you really don't need anything above level like 70 unless they're a first stage Pokemon in Red and Blue.
Oh my god, I hate that Vulpix sprite. I'm actually one Super Repel short for the Victory Road. I prefer to have 3 repels, but I only have 2. So that's not good.
Uh-oh.
I really, really hope I can defeat Erica. Since I did not knock out Execute in one shot, that is not a good sign.
Who are you fighting? Rival 5?
Erica
Oh.
at level 37.
Oh,
Did not knock
you
it
should
out with
one-shot.
Psychic.
You didn't one-shot
Erica was
sweep?
not hard. Erica was not
It-
hard.
Yeah, I
Wasn't even
agree.
close to a one-shot sweep.
It doesn't matter if it's a one-shot sweep.
She'll only use Poison Powder then, huh?
Yeah. She
Okay.
won't use grass moves on us.
I forgot.
I'm gonna say Tangela will hit you with like Bind, and if Victory Bell gets you with Wrap, like
Okay, here's the thing. Victory Bell will only spam Poison Powder. It will never use Wrap. And second, the Tangela can use Bind, and if you're poisoned, the damage can stack up. I just got burned twice. Oh, that was close. I almost died to Blaine a second time because his Growlithe burned me with Ember.
you mean you didn't have a burn heal?
I can't use that in battle. You know that.
Would you replace Mega Drain with?
Psychic,
Psychic.
Okay, would you replace Psychic with?
nothing.
I still have Psychic.
No,
Why
okay,
would you-
sorry. What did you teach over for Psychic?
Mega Drain. I just said that.
Okay. Like I'm asking the wrong questions.
I deleted Mega Drain when I taught Psychic. I still have Psychic.
Okay. What do you have that's not Body Slam Sword Psychic? Body Slam Sword Dance Psychic.
I jump kick.
Okay, I got rid of that a long time ago.
Just in case.
We will certainly see.
Not like it matters. Well, if I'm trying to set up, I'm gonna lose health, so it kind of matters there. Plus, you guys saw that the Arcanine wasn't a one shot with Body Slam.
I fought a muck, and it poisoned me, and now I'm walking around the entire building poisoned.
Nice.
I didn't heal before Giovanni, and I died.
Oh, you guys are all the way to Giovanni. Dang.
No, I'm doing Sylph.
Peter, are you doing regular Giovanni or Sylph Giovanni?
Rival 6.
Ouch.
Actually, I found one use for high jump kick. It allows you to sweep. It allows you to use physical moves on like rock types, for example, so I don't have to like switch to psychic. It's just now I have 2 moves that I can use Swords Dance with. Good coverage.
Hey, question.
That's why I
Um,
kept it.
Okay, I think I answered my own question. You know how when you get paralyzed and then you use agility, the
Oh,
agility goes away, or the speed drop of being paralyzed goes away?
yeah.
Yeah.
I just used 2 swords dances while being burned, and I feel like they were not strong enough.
Swords Dance while you're burned does cancel the attack drop.
Yeah, I would think so too. It didn't feel like it.
Well, it does.
Well, then we're just a lot weaker than I thought.
Okay, Pidgeot is just killing me right now.
Yeah.
Should I use my candies before the rival? Honestly, with Swords Dance, I think I can afford to.
What candies did you guys pick up?
9.
9. I just pick up the same 9 like every single run, no matter what. They're not really inconvenient.
Did you get Warden candy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
skipped
only
that.
candies I really skip every run are Victory Road, Rocket Candy, and Power Plant Candy. Those are
Sounds
like
like
the ones I skip.
Sounds like everybody has a different name for that candy. I call it the strength candy.
I call it the Boulder Candy because it's in front of a boulder.
Yeah, that's really confusing because there's another boulder candy that's literally next to a boulder.
Oh no, that's the Victory Road Candy.
No, that's a boulder candy.
Well, I'm not gonna call them both Boulder Candies.
We'll never agree on that one. It's okay.
For some reason, I thought you were saying Boulder Canyon, like the level in Diddy Kong Racing.
Hey, thanks for stopping by, Plus CX. What level?
What a obscure reference.
I played a lot
I
of
love
Diddy
it.
Kong Racing as a kid.
I
Same.
played a lot of Crash Bandicoot Tag Team Racing.
I only bring that up because my wife and I, when we went out shopping, I stopped at like a retro game store and they had it for sale for like $50.
I just wish they would put that on NSO already.
Same.
Did you look at it or did you buy it?
I looked at it like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy it. As much as
Did
I'd
you used
want
to have
to.
the copy?
Huh?
Did you used to have the copy as a kid and then you like sold it?
Yeah. Or gave it to like one of my cousins.
I still have my Diddy Kong Racing cart.
One of my
What I really
oldest
liked about it compared to like Mario Kart is before, you know how like if in the single player mode you have to like there's like a little tiny like overworld you can drive around and you can like enter a bunch of doors to go to like different levels worth of racetracks.
Yeah.
That was really fun. Like it kind of felt like an adventure game like as well as racing. It was really cool. The Lucky Onyx. Oh my god. Yeah,
Yes, they did say Crash Bandicoot, Chaz.
Never really played Crash Bandicoot.
Yes. Crash Bandicoot Tag Team Racing has the best loading screen of all loading screens ever invented. And that's like not even a joke either. I literally mean it.
I
click the A
never
button-
played it.
Okay, if you click the A button, it does a fart. If you do the B button, it does a burp. And you think, oh, that's okay, but it's not a big deal. No. If you click the directional key while you're farting or while you're burping, it changes the like the pitch of the fart and burp in all 360 directions.
What when did you guys pop candies?
Rival 6.
Rival 6. His Pidgeot was kind of hard to set up on.
Okay, I don't. Oh, so you probably still have. It's gonna be interesting.
Probably should have used Psychic on this guy.
Huge Crash Bandicoot fan? Yeah, Crash Bandicoot is good. I agree.
I've never played it. Wasn't really a PlayStation kid.
Fair. Were you just straight Nintendo or Xbox or...
Nintendo. I never owned an Xbox till I was like 15. And even then, I pretty much never played on it.
I had the
I'm
OG
just not a fan of the
Xbox.
game. I'm just not a fan of the game selection, honestly. I just grew up like full Nintendo kid because, I mean, my mom grew up with NES. And then my oldest siblings, they got like the N64 when it was brand new.
That's when I got it. I had the original Xbox, but like I
did
remember
too.
I only wanted it to mainly play Morrowind. I did play other games on it, and I never owned a 360.
Oh, I owned like 360s. They constantly red ringing.
The Red Ring of Death.
That's how it was for everyone I know that owned one.
Wasn't that? Oh, hey Steve, I just died on Dragonite because of Slam.
Oh my god! I would have beat Rival 6, but Alakazam's Psybeam confused me, and then I hit myself on full setup.
Actually,
Oh, I get the first try.
I think the only reason I died, I just hit myself in confusion on the Aerodactyl, and it did 3/4 of my health.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
I'm battling Lance now.
What's your time at?
38-24.
Oh, Charizard outspeed. I see why you guys use candies now.
You know, it's honestly no fair, Steve, that you got to start over. Because we
Again,
were ahead of you.
not
you were
my
able
choice. It just happened.
You should have just continued while the timer was still running.
It from the new game screen.
Well, the timer would have just kept going. You live with that mistake.
From the new game screen.
Just keep the timer running. I'm kidding. It's just we were ahead the whole time, and you were able to like see 3 minutes into the future.
I mean, you guys didn't really give much away. In fact, I literally didn't copy you guys.
I think I did a mid-battle level up on Lance.
Okay, I think this is going to be one of my bigger regrets of the run. I think I should not have taught Twin Needle. I think I should have kept Mega Drain.
I didn't regret teaching Twin Needle.
You
I
saw
didn't want
Body
Mud Gun
Slam?
anymore.
Blast, darn it. All right, time to use my last 2 candies. I'm going to teach Mega Drain because I still have the TM.
I too have the TM, but I have no use for it.
Because the Rhydon is essentially a hyper potion.
42-41.
Do you still have Psychic?
First try.
I do, yes.
Right on Super Potion. Well, I was level 58 after that Rhydon. The rest of his team wasn't that hard. Gyarados is a one-shot.
Yeah, everything's a one-shot. This Charizard keeps on hitting. Oh, I got a crit, and then a burn, and then 40-19.
Nice.
Nice.
By the way, if I had continued playing at the same time as you, I would have just lost by like 10 seconds. But remember, new game screen.
So here's the question, Steve. I'm sure you did a mid-battle level up right before the Charizard. Did you
did, yes.
it?
I did not. I was 2 levels lower than you were.
I outsped it by 1, so that's probably why you struggled with the Charizard.
Yeah, on that last try, the most ridiculous things happened. I got a crit. Or sorry, the Charizard used Fire Blast when I was at full HP, thanks to Mega Drain, by the way. And then I lived, but I got burned. But I then crit the Charizard, but it lived, but it got paralyzed. So I went first and knocked it out. There was so many status conditions being traded there at the end.
Yeah, I outsped it by 1 point, but I think I might have crit it because it actually survived the Body Slam. I'm pretty sure I crit it.
Did you do about 2/3?
Yes.
I did crit it, and it did 2/3.
I'm just watching D1 right now.
Oh my god.
All right. That's all right.
All right, so Lorelai's going to be a bit of a bitch.
She is, indeed. I pretty much figured out that I kind of needed Mega Drain for Lorelai. So again, you guys both had Twin Needle, or High Jump Kick. I had Mega Drain, and I could just heal mid battle on both the Cloister and the Slow Bro, and it was just easy.
That definitely would make it safer, but
I've never
I
had
didn't.
By the
so
way,
many
D1,
high jump.
you
Yeah.
probably have the TM for Mega Drain on you. Just saying.
Oh, I do.
Well, here's the thing. Like, you can pretty much. What was that? I think he missed high jump kick. Yeah, that's why I got rid of high jump kick. So, let's see what I did. Mega Drain would make Lorelei safer, but I didn't like really need it. I only needed to set up 3 Swords Dances on Dewgong. It's got the chance of a turn 2 rest, and Roar Beam does like less than half. So if I can either get like a turn 2 rest or it just uses Growl, I can just one-shot her whole
Well,
team.
how about instead of saying I didn't need it, what did you need Twin Needle for that was better?
I used it on Agatha, actually.
I had Twin Needle for Agatha. What did you use it on?
Let's see. I used a Swords Dance on the Gengar, and I
Actually,
Twin Needled.
yeah.
I Twin Needled everything but the Golbat.
That's
Okay,
actually
I
what I'm
psychicked
gonna
all
teach
of them,
it for.
and that might okay. That might be my new plan. Do the exact same thing. Twin Needle Agatha, and then use the Mega Drain TM on Lance, and then
That means
use it on. Yeah.
But that means you won't have Mega Drain for Lorelei then.
No,
Oh,
I'll
no.
have Mega Drain. Then in the middle of those two, I level up to the level that gets you Twin Needle.
So you're gonna enter the league at like 51 or 52 then?
Well, you did more training than I did, and by more training, I mean
Uh,
you did training. I didn't do any.
I used all my candies.
Yeah, I used all my candies except for. Well, actually, I didn't
Except
use
for
all
a
of them.
few. I used all.
Um,
That's the difference.
I
So
also
what
picked
you're basically
Victor.
saying is, if you go into Lorelei at level like 52, still have Mega Drain, and then like right after Lorelei, you'll get 53, and then you can replace it with Twin Needle.
That's exactly what happened. Yes.
And then for the champion, you're gonna use the TM just so you can heal off the Rhydon.
Yes, because you take all of your damage on the champion on the first 2 Pokemon. If you get past the first 2 Pokemon, you get to the Rhydon and you heal on the Rhydon, you can literally survive a Fire Blast from Charizard instead
Yeah.
of outspeeding by 1 like you did.
Yeah, if you're going to be doing it at a slightly lower level, you're not going to be outspeeding the Charizard, so that might be the better plan. I can't believe you first tried Lance. Lance took me like 5 resets.
I first tried Lance as well.
Well,
What
it's
was
not
hard
like it
about
was-
him?
It's the fact when you constantly hit yourself and get unnecessary crits. I had Dragonite kill me with Slam. I had to kill
What?
me with a crit Hyper Beam.
What if I
hit
were to
myself
tell
with
you?
Confusion on Aerodactyl.
What if I were to tell you I Mega Drained Aerodactyl?
Well, the problem is it outspeeds me because I had a bad mid-battle level up.
Luckily, it doesn't have Sky Attack or Fly. You know, things that would actually
no.
kill us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, he's got Mega Drain. He can.
No, he does. Oh, he does.
He can Hyper Potion.
That's not a Hyper Potion. Hyper Potion heals 200.
I forgot to use
I
an
know, I
elixir
should-
before
yeah.
the battle. God damn it.
Oh my God, you have Rock Slide. That is interesting. I should
Do
have
you not
thought
have
about that.
Body Slam anymore?
Nope.
Dude, you are hurting me on the inside. Just use Body Slam. Why were you
that was-
spamming Twin Needle on the Charizard?
I ran out of PP.
What other attacking moves do you have? That's not Rock Slide.
Mega Drain.
Yeah, I don't think teaching Rock Slide was the best idea.
I'm gonna hit the restroom.
Stop hitting things. But yeah, I actually agree with Steve's plan. I think before the league, I'll use all of my candies only to just get 52. Once I get 52...
Are you fucking kidding me? It outsped me and locked me in Fire Spin.
You missed another Rock Slide.
Yep.
That Charizard has 100... I believe it's a... I think it was a... 164. I was level 58 for this fight, and I outsped it by 1.
Honestly, if you were able to outspeed the Charizard with with 1 to 2 more levels, I might just get the underground candy, and that might just make the difference.
I'm
50,
honest. No,
15.
Steve. Nice. Honestly, Steve, I think your old strat was better. Just Mega Drain the Rhydon and just survive a Fire Blast. 'Cause that
Right,
special's
but
pretty
here's the
decent.
thing. Here's the thing. D1 just lost to Fire Spin.
Okay,
He
in
never
his
used Fire Spin.
defense,
What if he uses Fire Spin and then uses Fire Blast?
okay, Steve. He outspeeds the Charizard. He kept missing. He was using Rock Slide and he kept missing. That's the reason
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
dying.
I
But if he
understand
had
that.
Body
I
Slam, it would've
understand that, but
one-shot.
we are not going to outspeed. So instead of using Fire Blast, what if he starts with a Fire Spin and
Well,
then he goes Fire Spin,
that's
Fire
a
Blast, and we die because we don't outspeed?
well, that's a risk I'm willing to take because I am not getting that candy. You can do it, but I'm not getting it. I only got it for Sandshrew, and that was a rare exception. Honestly, something I might just do instead is, instead of the 3 calcium, I might just buy 3 carbos. Just to guarantee the
I
outspeed.
already bought 3 carbos. That doesn't help.
Well, I didn't buy the carbos, and I still outsped.
I did buy the carbos and I didn't outspeed.
Might have just been level.
I finished at 56, which looks like I would have been in that battle at 55.
I actually can't see what level well, I could, yeah, I'd have to bring up my
Oh,
stream.
I didn't clear my data yet, so my overlay told me.
I was level 58 at the end of the fight.
And I was 55, so that's a pretty big difference.
Interesting thing is, I used all of my candies before Rival 6. If I had saved some, I theoretically could have been a higher level.
I used enough to get to 50, and then from there I just held on to the rest of the candies, which left me with 1 and 1, so 2.
Alright, another poll. What time will I beat the champion at? I'm gonna make my under... I think I'll put my under at 40.
YouTube Studio says I am not streaming anymore. That's not good.
Shows you as live on my end.
Yeah, your stream ended.
Okay, so did it make a second one? Let's see. It did. Great. There is no monetization. And let's see, how long did this one? The first one lasted 22 minutes. Great.
That's the one I was on this whole time. I haven't had that split stream thing happen in a long time.
Neither have I, but mine disconnected 3 times.
God
You
damn.
know what's weird on my end? Whenever I disconnect like that, it actually does make a new one. Continue the first one. But I guess that wasn't internet issues. That was OBS issues.
Well, this time was a different exception because it did it like 3 times in a row. So I guess it tried to reconnect and it just never reconnected.
Oh. Make sure to refresh your overlay for the bonk counter.
Right. I'm just adding playlists. Okay, there we go. The secondary stream now has a thumbnail and playlist.
You could have just updated that after the stream.
Well, I mean, nobody was starting.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Okay,
I am ready
ready.
whenever you guys are.
All right, you ready, Steve?
Actually,
Yep.
let me make sure my live split's
Question
working.
is, am I
Go.
going to do another rival 1A attempt, even though I finished with 2 HP to spare last time?
No.
Yeah, I skipped the rival. I'm just gonna train in the grass.
Yeah, train in the grass till you're level 8.
Yeah, that rival battle was brutal.
Yeah. You ready, Steve?
Yep.
D1?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Name yourself Steve.
No, I gotta name myself guest. Otherwise, I reset.
Steve, save before Weedle guy this time.
I'm just gonna be the right level this time.
Hey, Steve, I tried to pick up my Tapu Bulu starter, and I told the game no.
I also told the game no.
It's hard for me to time like when to hold B because I want to get the starter, but I don't want to nickname it. So it's like I have to figure out when do I
Exactly.
hold B.
Yeah.
But here's another question. Do I need to? Am I gonna change my routing through the mid game? Do I think I did the gyms in the right order? Because I know Steve delayed Erica for a while, but I did her as the 4th gym, and it seemed like whether it's the 4th gym or the 6th gym, none of her Pokemon are one shots anyway.
Yeah, I did her at like level 40-ish.
I did her
Does-
late 30s.
Because here's what I noticed. The Victory Bell only spams Poison Powder. The Tangela can use Bind, which would be annoying if you're poisoned. The Vileplume actually tried to use Petal Dance on me, so I'm guessing all of its moves are bad, so it just randomly chooses. So it really wasn't... Honestly, the worst Pokemon was just straight up the Tangela, because if it uses Bind while you're poisoned, it'll stack up damage really quick. So I think I'll still do her as the 4th, but I need to remember to get Psychic as early as possible.
Stop missing. Do you remember to pick up a bunch of potions?
Yes.
I picked up the PC one.
I did not get
picked up
that one.
And the tree one.
I picked up the guy one.
Guy one. You don't pick it up from the guy, it's in the tree.
But no, the guy one, the first one.
Oh, that guy. I always forget to talk to him. Because by default, I try to avoid talking to NPCs. Unless they're, like, required to beat the game, so I try to stay away from him.
I saved, you're welcome.
I didn't.
The 2-shot was string, and he used string shot. It's one of the two.
Oh, you know what's funny? I didn't save for the Weedle guy. He crit me with Poison Sting, poisoned me, but I was still able to live and I killed it. So he just tried to do a worst case scenario Poison Sting, and I still won. Are you guys gonna fight the Ligers trainer first?
I did in my last run. I'm still not level 8. Like,
It'd be really funny if you skipped level 8 and you missed Horde Attack. Honestly, though, if you're fighting wild Pokemon, that's straight up impossible. I only really skip level 8 if I go straight to Brock. Hey, Steve, where are you at?
The this guy, Weedle Kakuna guy.
You fighting bug catchers?
The guy with the 4 Pokemon.
Oh, that... Okay.
We need a
When you
name for
said
him.
Weedle Kakuna guy, I was thinking the one guy in the forest.
Yeah, maybe I should have said Caterpie Metapod guy.
I just call him 4 Pokemon guy. Or just Weedle Kakuna Caterpie Metapod guy.
That's a handful.
That's what she said.
heyo.
I just didn't go into the cave, and I walked right into the wall, and I just watched my bonk counter go from like 8 to like 18 in one, just like that.
That's funny. All right,
I
I
just
need a
kept going into
fire.
the wall. I'm like, there's a wall here. I know. I mean, there's an entrance here. I know it. I'll make it.
You're trying to find your secret base.
I'm trying to make my secret base.
Where did you make your secret base when you played those games?
I never had a friend, so I didn't make one.
Oh, you could make them on your own. Like, you don't need to be with a friend to have a secret base.
I didn't make
This is
one.
this is true, but unfortunately, unless you were to show it off, it just didn't feel necessary.
I guess that's a good point, yeah. Actually, in Omega Ruby, since you could find people's secret bases over the internet, which is what I did, I remember when I would connect to the internet, I would just find so many people's secret bases. It was awesome. Shame the service is down now. But it had to happen. Have you, hey D1, have you ever seen those articles of like people trying to remain on the 3DS Wii U servers long after they're shut down?
Yeah.
People just trying to hold on as long as they can and like record their whole journeys.
What's the oldest Pokemon that game that still has a service in action?
It would have to. Well, the DS and the 3DS and Wii U are all discontinued, so it would have to be the Switch. Probably Sword and Shield or Let's Go Pikachu. Did Let's Go have online things?
You could trade online, but I think that was the only thing. There was something with like Pokemon Go in the Safari Zone.
Oh, right. They got rid of the Safari Zone and put in a Go Park.
Yeah.
I hate how they got rid of Safari Zones after Gen 4. They were fun.
I hated it because I got an idea to try to do a Meltan solo run in those games. But when I learned you had to like transfer it from Go, and it had to be like after Koga's gym, I was like, well, that sucks.
Wait, didn't we do that
Wait,
Pokemon? The evolve form?
Melmetal.
Melmetal and Crystal, yeah. I think we did it in Red and Blue too.
I think you did it with Ike.
Yeah, I think you guys did it without me. I think I was having internet. No, I think I was on vacation.
Yeah, you were on vacation. Wait a minute, though. You can catch Meltan in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, right? You just can't evolve it?
You have to transfer it from Pokemon Go.
So Meltan is not available in Let's Go by itself at all.
Correct.
So I literally bought Let's Go Eevee for nothing.
Yes.
I bought it because I thought it was the only way for me to get Meltan. I just thought evolving it needed Pokemon Go.
You know, now that you bring that up, it reminds me of how I pirated that game, and then
Yuzu got shut down.
I went to like the first area, like I didn't even get past Viridian City, and then I'm like, man, I really hate this catching mechanic, and that's how far I went into the game. However, when I got Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, then I got the Pokemon for both of those games.
Oh, the
freebie?
Mew and the Jirachi?
because I started Let's Go at Eevee.
Oh,
I never got past Viridian City.
Okay, I did get it for one thing. I knew there was a free Mew for just having the file. I literally made a file, saved in my house, and then I just got the Mew. It's repeatable too. If you deleted your save file, you can actually get another Mew.
Nice.
But I found out Pokemon Home has like this little
GG.
What did you do?
I forgot to step into the Cerulean Center, and the Goldeen Trainer beat me, and I'm back at Pallet.
Oh my god.
I
Oh my
wouldn't
god,
fault
that is
you.
funny.
I wouldn't fault you if you started over. Speed fight.
No. Okay, fine. I guess that's unfair.
No, I'll take the bullet on this one.
You'll never set a respectable time compared to your first run.
I wouldn't mind if you started over.
I mean, I saw you guys' Annihilate stream, and I'll just leave it at that.
Did you see the third one?
To be honest, the like multiple like restarts, it was like 11 o'clock by the time you guys did the third run. I just went to bed.
Oh god, that people were telling us the third run was the best run.
It was the best run. I actually beat Scott by
Absolutely
like 2
everybody
minutes.
played awful. But since I did so bad so early, I just started playing the game the way it was intended.
He even did the bug catching contest.
Oh yeah, I
He
remember
I
got
that.
won.
first place.
I won first try. I
I'm
caught a pincer.
I'm taking your guys' mulligan on that. I'm
D1 will never financially recover from that.
fuck no. That was fucking awful. 3, 2, 1, restart. And I'm
Oh, you
naming
actually
myself
restarted?
guest. Yeah, you guys can keep going, but like I don't know. I was already 10 minutes in and having to go back to pallet. That shit sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know something that's triggering me?
Hmm.
There's one pixel on the back sprite I forgot to fill in, so now there's just a single white spot on the back of its head that's out of place.
I just noticed that as you said it.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's something. I just need to think. Give me a moment. I'll think what it is. It's sweat.
Damn.
I mean, then again, it's not as bad as the Pidgey sprite. Like, the Pidgey back sprite kind of looks like it's sliced in half because of the way it looks.
I think I still have 2 potions after this. Ooh, okay, 2 potions will not be enough, but I don't think Surge was super hard.
I
This
mean,
level
you
2
don't want to
Pidgey
be
wasn't hard.
Are you sure about that? Those things have tackle.
You mean Gust?
Shut up. Hey, Steve, what time is the game night after the stream?
Basically immediately. 10.
Okay.
There's a slight chance that I forgot that you delayed the start by an hour, and therefore everybody might be waiting for us.
Want me to
Okay,
check?
no, don't worry about it.
All right.
I'll know if we effed up if there's people waiting in the voice chat right now, and there aren't. So I think I probably typed the correct time. I can't wait to play the new pack. I freaking
Oh
love
yeah.
What are
I'm
y'all
excited
playing?
for
Jack
it.
in the Box?
Jack in the Box.
it.
There's a new Jackbox game called Jackbox Scramble. Steve, describe it.
That's what it's called.
So imagine you are playing Family Feud. You know Family Feud, right?
Yes.
You get a question and there's like 5 answers on the board. Imagine instead of 5 answers, there were 500 answers.
Nice.
All right, that's round 1 and 2. You guess your top answer. Now, this is the fun part. Then it asks you for the worst answer possible. So you then start typing answers you think are going to be close to answer 500.
It's not easy.
It's very funny because you would think, oh, this is going to be a really unpopular answer. One of the questions on the demo was name a characteristic
Adjective
of
to
your
describe
father.
your father.
Yeah, name it something to describe your
Drinker.
father. And yes, that was one of them. We came up with things like fat and old. You would think, oh, nobody would describe their parents as fat and old. Those are both top 10 answers.
I mean, my
Top
parents are
10.
definitely old.
Clearly, the people that they pulled were of all ages, including Gen Z.
So D1, what age are your parents, if I may ask?
My mom is 60. And my dad is 56, I believe.
Huh, interesting. You have an older mom than dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my
I-
parents.
They were 25 and 21 when they had me.
My parents have this weird thing about their birthdays. They were both born in the exact same year. One of them was allowed to drink at 18, and the other was not.
Was that because of like state drinking laws at the time or something?
No, they changed the drinking age from 18 to 21 that specific year that one parent turned 18 and one.
Let me guess. Did the change not apply to people who are currently 18 at the time?
Yes, exactly.
let
So
me
my
guess,
mom was
law-
allowed to drink at 18. My dad was not.
because he was like a couple months younger or something.
Exactly.
Oh dang, that's gotta suck.
Damn. I remember when I turned 19, I went over to Canada to drink legally.
When I became legal drinking age, I just didn't care that much. People would tell me, "Hey, try this." I'd go buy it. I'm like, it's not better than pop. And then I'd try that, and it's not better than pop. So it's expensive, and quite frankly, it doesn't taste the best.
I'm just not gonna do that stuff at all. I've seen what like I've seen what those kind of habits can get you into, especially in the family.
You have to know, like, if you drink at least a little bit, you'll know if you like the taste, and then if you like the taste, that's probably a bad thing. Because if you
Right.
like the taste, then you have a higher probability of probably becoming an alcoholic.
Welp.
Plus, I'm on medication that literally alter how my brain functions, so I would probably get really hammered if I had like 1 tablespoon of beer.
Really?
Yeah, you don't want to be drinking when you take the kind of meds I take. Not a
Oh,
good
I
combo.
understand. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It would be a super bad idea. I mean, potentially it would permanently fuck with my brain. As long as I'm on those meds.
Well, interesting. Rival 4 was very different this time.
Oh my god. It's a good thing you mentioned Rival 4. I just realized I tried to go in there without Psychic again.
Dang it. I was wondering how in the world you caught up to me because I was super far ahead of you.
Oh, that was
I was a
close.
good 30 seconds to a minute ahead of you, and somehow you caught up.
Drinking most things are an acquired taste. Also cocktails. Yeah,
Oh,
I see you corrected
recently-
yourself there with cocktails.
I recently started drinking cocktails. I thought that cocktails would be a lot like shots, and boy, they are not. They are actually. I can see how somebody can get drunk on cocktails very easily because they don't really like. They taste really good, but the alcoholic content is super high.
Don't they put vodka in cocktails though?
Well,
They
that's the thing. So they put like a
different-
sour one, and then they put like a not sour one, and they balance themselves out.
Oh my god. Dude, I
Not
just
all-
got 5 encounters within 10 steps.
Not all cocktails use vodka.
I know. When I just went on vacation to Vegas, I had a Long Island iced tea and one other thing I can't remember. I only got them because they were free though. They
Was it all
cost
inclusive?
$30 each, or no, sorry, 18. It was $18 each. But I got it because you can do timeshare like tour things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't buy the timeshare and they give you $150 for essentially 2 hours of your time.
Nice.
So I used that money.
Oh,
I mean, I guess
man.
technically it was money, but it felt like play money because I earned it by doing a stupid timeshare tour.
Hey, Steve, maybe you should invest in timeshares. I heard it's a good investment.
My parents bought a timeshare when I was born. And they still use it every year. That's why we get to go to vacation all the time. We trade in our timeshare for the location that we have, and then we go somewhere else. Our timeshare is in the Bahamas, so we trade our 2 weeks back to the hotel. They give it They either give you like equivalency or money, or I don't know how it works honestly. But
Nice.
they essentially trade in 2 weeks of the Bahamas for 2 weeks somewhere else.
When I went on my honeymoon to St. Lucia, it was all inclusive, and they watered down the drinks there.
You had a shitty place. I did a vacation I go to vacation like almost twice a year, except for like the last 2 or 3 years I've only done once a year because of working. But my entire childhood I went to vacation twice a year.
Lucky
And
you.
we've only ever had all inclusive one time ever, and that place had and I was 18 at the time, but back then 18 is legal drinking age for uh, Jamaica. And so I had drinks, but everyone told me they were watered down. So I guess they were watered down. Well, we finally did a vacation recently, and I told my parents I will pay to upgrade to all inclusive. So I did all inclusive, and they were not watered down this time.
Where'd you
taste the
go?
difference?
This time we went to the Dominican Republic.
My parents went on vacation there before I was born. I've seen pictures of it.
Nice.
I don't think my parents have ever left the country. Growing up poor.
Left the country? You literally live like 20 miles from the Canadian border.
I said my parents.
Oh. Okay,
My parents-
what's the excuse for your parents? Like, I'm assuming they also live 20 miles from the border.
They do. It's called growing up poor. And
my
they had
parents
no
are
reason to
big
go to
vacation
Canada.
People. They spent like all their money on vacations.
There's swords. Oh,
I just
crap.
lost a Machoke guy.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah, I just
Ow.
beat the last before Bill.
How?
Get at me, bro.
I kept getting fully paralyzed because the Arbok previously had paralyzed me.
Sounds like somebody should have gotten a paralyzed heal.
I have a full restore on me. I chose not to use it because it's
Sounds
one
like
battle. All I had to do
somebody-
is not essentially get fully paralyzed 3 turns in a row, which is a pretty likely thing to happen.
Well, it's not like the Machoke's gonna paralyze you.
Dang it,
So
I
why
did this
not just
again.
use the full restore before?
It is what it is. But anyways, so like I said, we vacation twice a year, for 1 week at a time, and then we would go to Canada once a year. We drive there, and we always drive to our vacations too.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have the fortitude to drive approximately 18 to 22 hours down to Florida, for you it's
Oh my
probably a little bit
God.
longer because you're in Detroit. Well, the Detroit area, I would assume.
Metro Detroit,
unless
yeah.
you're just a fan of a team that you're not from.
Like you with the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Okay, they're actually a closer drive to me than Cincinnati.
What about Cleveland?
Cleveland's a 1 hour drive. Pittsburgh's a 2 hour drive. Cincinnati's a 3 hour drive.
I did not just try to fight Rival 5 before Koga. You guys saw
Also,
nothing.
can you blame me? My entire childhood, the Browns never eclipsed like 6 wins.
I mean, I understand that, but being a Lions fan, I'd probably tell you, bro, we had the first 0-16 season, suck it up.
We had the second.
You should have had 2 in a row. But the
You're
Chargers
right, you
decided to
should have.
gift you a Christmas miracle. The bastards.
1, 2, 3. Got crit by Smog. 1, 2, 3. 3 HP remaining. I'm gonna die.
My wife didn't grow up poor, but her dad was like a super like cheap bastard from what she tells me.
Yeah, I actually find that being cheap is what allowed me to be as good with money as I am now, though.
I mean, he's a
Good
multimillionaire
with
now,
money.
so like
You're the one,
Oh,
aren't you the one
that's
who
insane.
aren't you the one who constantly does sports gambling?
Yeah, but I start with $500 every year, and then that's it. If I hit zero, I'm done. That's a hobby. My parents spend more than
Gambling is a
$500
hobby?
drinking. My parents spend more than $500 drinking in a month. I
God
spend
damn.
$500 gambling in a year.
500 a month. What are they drinking? Like Long Island
They
cocktails?
go out every single night to some sort of happy hour, and then my mom gets 3 drinks and my dad gets 1.
I want to hang out
Who
with
drives
Steve's
them?
parents.
Who drives them home then?
So as you can tell, my parents, that's where all their money is. It's in either drinking or vacationing. That's all they do.
Are your parents retired?
No.
I just got okay. Ouch.
Oh my god.
I was one-shotting most of Koga's team, but the wheezing one-shot me with sludge.
I have 1 reset. Basically, the strategy for Koga is just set up all your swords dances. If you die, you die. So be it.
Actually, my plan was just spam psychic. The muck and wheezing are 2 shots. I'd rather just hope for like either like getting X attack or them just using smog. I just prefer not to do setup on them. I just want second try too.
All right, now that I'm level 36, I guess we'll take on Erica.
That was definitely a waste of time. I should have just used the center. Okay, now to fight the rival.
Oh my god, I used the wrong fucking item. My wife's dad also worked for Chrysler for like 35 years as an engineering manager. So he made
Nice.
bank like throughout his entire life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents own their own insurance agency.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, they're actually the best ranked in our town.
Dude, that's
And,
fucking dope.
And they're competing with like name brands. Like there's a building with the giant State Farm logo on it. There's another one with what Farmers, I think it's called.
Yep.
We are farmers. Dun,
Bum,
dun,
bum,
dun,
bum,
dun,
bum,
dun,
bum,
dun.
You know what's funny? There's Farmers Insurance, and then wasn't there also a dating website called Farmers Only?
Yes.
Yeah, only farmers.
I get
Remember the song for that commercial?
I never heard it.
farmersonly.com.
No, it's We Are Never Lonely at farmersonly.com.
Oh, right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, like, my friend left her computer laptop up, so me and my one friend signed her up for Black People Meet. She got booted,
What
like,
friend?
almost immediately because she's white.
What was their reaction when a white woman showed up to their black meeting? What was their reaction?
Wait, you're telling me she went through with it?
Oh, she didn't find out till afterwards when she checked her email later, and she's like, what the fuck did you guys do?
Oh my god.
And I was like, what, Kara? I was like, you don't want to meet black people? What's wrong with you? You racist? And she's like, I don't need to meet anymore. I already know you. And I'm like, you could meet more, though.
You're black?
Yes.
I just remember seeing pictures of like your arms or hands. Didn't really expect it. It was like
They're lighter, yes. I'm like light
a
skinned.
lighter shade. I assumed you were either tanned or like maybe Hispanic or something.
Nah.
Why does red and green low-key have the coolest Pidgeot sprite? Because
It
it was
does.
awesome. I mean, have you seen the red and blue Abra sprite?
My wife, though, is like fucking the whitest person you'll ever fucking meet.
I don't know, because I know my older sister.
Is she blonde-haired, blue-eyed, loves Taylor Swift?
Oh, God. No, I'm not talking about your spirit animal. I'm
Oh,
talking
hell no.
about,
Not my spirit animal. That's my wife.
What is your wife? Blue hair, blue eyes,
Blonde
blonde
hair,
hair.
blonde haired, blue eyes, loves Taylor Swift.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, something that's funny. In my town, somebody put up a massive flag outside their house. It was a giant pink flag, and it said Swift Kelsey 2024.
Oh God.
Apparently, that's the house of one of my coworkers, and apparently, I was told that he has that as up as an absolute joke. Which is honestly that I laughed so hard when I saw that.
Dang it. I have just wasted so much time here on Blaine.
Blaine was only hard last time because he burned me twice.
That's it. I'm rare candying. Fuck this.
Dude,
I just
you
did
don't-
2 trainers before Blaine, so that way I would level up, and I still didn't. I still leveled up after the Pony Talk after doing 2 trainers. So annoying.
That's pretty sick though that your parents like own their own insurance firm. Or
Yeah,
like
they
business.
Yeah, they're like an independent agency for a bunch of companies. The main one is Progressive, but they do have some other ones too.
I just had Progressive as my home and auto insurance, and I dropped them.
What? Well, it's not like I care. You live in a different state. They weren't getting your money anyway.
True.
I honestly don't even remember what car insurance place I have.
You never wanted to get into the insurance business, Speed?
Oh God, no.
I don't blame you.
I mean, I get mine through them, and they got me a really good deal. I will say though, it's really annoying whenever like oftentimes like when I'm at my job and I hear people talking about like their like insurance lapsing or stuff like that, or like they're overpaying. I tell them about my parents' place. I'm like, well, they can get you a really cheap price. They're the #1 rated business in town. And you know how annoying it is when half the time they complain to me about how much of a scam insurance is?
Yeah,
A
I
lot
can
of
see
people,
that.
a lot of people who say like car and home insurance is a scam has no idea how insurance works, or are just stupid.
Yeah.
Like I'm
I
sorry,
didn't.
just dumb.
I just recently signed up for health insurance at work. I
Well,
last
they
year I
don't.
didn't
My
have
parents,
health insurance. I took the
my,
risk.
my parents don't do health insurance. I don't think. No, they
Yeah, no,
don't.
I'm just saying in general. I last year I just went the whole entire year without insurance.
How'd that go?
Well, I didn't break any bones, so well.
Well, that's good.
I'm 30 XP away from a level up. All right, we're battling one wild Pokemon.
I thought you were about to say, I'm 30, I don't need health insurance.
Actually, my workplace actually offered health insurance. It was one of the worst plans I had ever seen in my life. Like my parents always told me, if your workplace offers insurance, just take it. Even that plan, my parents were like, yeah, no, don't get that. If I remember correctly, I would have had to take $120 out of each paycheck. I would get no drug coverage. It was a $5,000 deductible, and it only covered ER expenses.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the
That's-
cheapest form of health insurance you can get. It's just,
I
it
don't
was
know.
so awful.
I mean, I know you made the joke that insurance is a scam, but that might have been a scam.
That's not a scam. That's called the cheapest insurance money can buy. Because it's technically health insurance.
Like,
Yeah.
That's like saying your beat up convertible that's had weeds grown in it. I mean, technically it's a functioning car. It has an engine in it. I haven't ran it in 20 years, but it might be working.
I have to ask, who the fuck was their plan provider for that?
I have no idea.
Like, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield through my job, which, like,
I don't think it was that. No. I don't remember what it was, but there's a lot of plans that are better than that, but that's like the cheapest plan money can buy. And the fact that I would have had no drug coverage, no doctor's visits, and I had to take $120 out of each paycheck for it. That just wasn't worth it to me.
You get paid
only-
weekly, bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly.
Nice.
I assume that's just the industry standard.
Yeah, depends on the place. I get paid weekly at my job, which, like, I've never been paid weekly.
Really?
So it was some getting used to, but I've always been either bi-weekly or semi-monthly.
I think the every 2 weeks is just fine for me. If I get paid every week, it's kind of hard to budget things because the paychecks are smaller.
Yeah.
All right, so I need to candy up to 51. Wait, 52. I need to. Oh,
To go.
I did a little
I'm
bit of
a-
training in Victory Road.
Oh my god, I didn't want to fight. I fuck.
It's
Okay.
probably a waste of time, but I did it anyways. We'll see.
1 swords dance, 2 swords dance, 3 swords dance, Mega Drain. Mega Drain. Mega Drain. Cloister just lived.
Also,
Another
to,
swords
like,
dance.
go back to insurance really quick. When I bought my house, I first went with Progressive, and when they quoted me my annual policy, they, like, quoted me a pretty good price. I was like, okay, that's good. And then, like,
But-
a day later, the guy called me. He's like, hey, I know I told you this price, but it's actually going to be more. And I'm like,
Oh my-
okay, why? And he's like, well, the previous owner made a claim, so that's going to affect your rate. And I'm like, that makes zero fucking sense. And he's like, that's just how insurance works, man. And I'm like, okay.
Usually when most places like give you a quote, usually the quote is good for up to a certain amount of time. So that just seems scammy.
You have to get
Oh,
it written down.
I was
You have
fucking
to.
pissed.
It's a good thing he told you that before you paid the money.
Oh crap! I just told Twin Needle no at the exact part I wanted Twin Needle.
Agatha still gave me a reset.
Now I'm pissed at myself for that. Literally came up with this strat and just didn't do it, and it worked out perfectly too. I did the one extra level of training.
But my new insurance provider, like, when I got married, my wife was like, you're going to have to add me to your insurance, and I want AAA. And I'm like, well, if AAA has the best price, sure. But if they don't, like, go fuck yourself. And,
I keep getting resets on Agatha.
so I contacted them for, like, a quote. And, like, the girl I talked to, like, we used to work at the same place and, like, worked there at the same time for, like, a little bit, but just never crossed paths because this place has, like, thousands of people that work there. So she's like, oh, what does your wife do? And I'm like, oh, she's a high school counselor at this school. And she's like, my kids go to that school district. Hold on, I'm going to look into something. And, like, we got a policy through this place, like, a company called Mimic. They do, like, educators and I want to say, like, first responders and shit like that. So my homeowner's insurance for, like, the same coverage I had with Progressive is $550 annually, like $300 cheaper than what I was paying.
Ow. Nice.
Yeah, and our car insurance for 2 cars every 6 months, it's $460.
I mean, when I said, like, insurance is not a scam, there's a lot of different things with how it works. There are scammy agents, though. I mean, there's scammy people in every industry.
I agree.
I mean,
Especially the
it's
mortgage
just
industry.
annoying. Honestly, what really annoys me is, like, hold on. I'm gonna finish this run first.
I agree, Stang. Like, when he dropped that shit on me, I was just like, I only did it because I was like, well, I've been working with this agency to get, homeowners insurance for the house I'm
$39.25.
buying. And, like, I didn't want to, like, start that process over when I was already at the finish line. And, like, the only thing that was preventing my loan from closing was A, getting the insurance, and the appraisal coming back.
Nice, I beat Steve.
Nice.
I just got the
Fucked?
worst crit luck. I got a crit and then I got crit on the Dragonite.
Ooh.
I got a crit, which didn't one-shot the Dragonite. Then I got crit, which then knocked me out.
That's happened to me a lot in the first run.
I gotta
Yeah,
go to the 10th
I
floor.
remember hearing a lot of people like complain that like their like insurance rates just went up in price when their policy renewed, even though they had no accidents. Like a lot of people's like rates went up because of the inflation, and then I hear people just constantly saying, "Well, they're just stealing my money." And what I want to tell them is, well, you do have to remember the cost to repair people's cars has gone up too. So that affects insurance rates too if they have to pay more to fix people's vehicles.
Yep.
That's just how it works.
Yep, it's all money pooled in, and whenever shit happens, it affects you, even if you're not at fault.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you still think it's a scam, have fun paying for your car being damaged. Have fun paying in full. Like, some idiot in the parking lot of the store I work at, he left his truck in neutral. It rolled back into my car, caved the whole left side in. I might still have pictures on my phone I could show later of it, but fortunately the guy had insurance, and his insurance completely paid for my car. If that guy had no insurance and I had to use my insurance, oh my god, my rates would have been through the roof. If that guy had no insurance, I probably would have
41.28.
I probably would have sued the guy if he had no insurance.
Man, you'd be suing
mean-
everybody in Detroit then. Everybody, like, literally, nobody has fucking insurance in that city. And, like, they'll rear end you and be like, come on, man, like, I ain't got insurance, I ain't got a job. And it's like, tough break, idiot. Like, you're
Well,
gonna
it's
learn your
what you get for
lesson
living
now.
Well, that's why I don't live in Detroit. Hey, Steve, I beat you.
I don't know if you beat my first time, though.
39-25.
Yeah, I'll have to go look up what my first time was, because I think I did better on my first run.
Hey, Steve, I didn't beat you.
We don't know that.
Oh,
You're not done.
True.
for some reason, I thought his stream was 8 minutes behind, and I just remembered he started over.
Yeah. I
Actually,
had that
here's
blunder.
another... Sorry. Okay, here's another funny thing. I remember this was about a year ago. At my job. I had a guy. There was a customer who flagged me down. He wanted me to stop and help him. Like, yeah, may I help you? And then he's like, do you have any idea how expensive your stuff is? I can get this stuff cheaper at the Walmart next door.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking, you know what I wanted to say?
Go
Well,
there
go
then.
shop over there then. Actually, it wasn't next door. It was like, it was a Walmart in a town called Smelterville, which was like probably an hour's drive away. So if he wanted to go there, he have fun driving an hour there, hour back, paying for the gas, taking time out of your day. But I'm sorry, like, how in the heck are we supposed to compete with Walmart's prices? Was the guy dropped on his head as a child?
Yeah,
I mean, the
whenever
town I live in, half the people act like that.
I too work in the finance industry, Stang says, and I've definitely said that to people before. So like when I got laid off in 2022, like one of the only jobs I could find before like I found the job that I was at for like a year and a half and then quit that place and went to the place I'm at now is this credit union that's like 3 miles up the road from me. And I applied to be like in their risk department and interviewed for that. And they called me and they're like, hey, so, you know, we really liked meeting with you, but, you know, we went with someone else for the position you applied for. And I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, but, you know, we want to offer you his old position. I'm like, okay, like, what is it? And they're like, it's a call center agent. And I'm like, so my resume that I just, you know, gave you and talked about my credentials.
You just offer a call
You
agency.
offer call center agent when I have like all these years of like underwriting and risk analyst like experience, and they're just like, "Yep,"
Oh my god.
and I'm like,
Oblivious.
I thought I thought they outsourced most of those jobs to India.
"Oh, they do."
You
It's
know
the
what's funny? I remember when we were in economics class in high school, we had to like make reports on different countries. There was like a 1 to 10 scale rating them on a bunch of different topics. Like I think there was I think it was economy, tourism, culture, information, technology. I remember India in terms of information was rated a 10 out of 10 because of how many call centers are there. I remember that specifically.
But yeah, like
It was one of the only 10s on that whole list.
they offered me like the shitty like call center job he had, and I was like, "Well, I'm unemployed, and this like it fucking sucks." And like the state wouldn't give me unemployment because they're like, "Oh, your former job gave you a severance package." And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "And they gave you your last paycheck." And I'm like, "Yeah. Why wouldn't they? I worked for that money." And they're like, "Well, the amount of money you got from all that is more than what we would have gave you over the 26-week period. So you're not going
Oh,
to qualify." And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, I'm still not going to have a job.
your severance package was too much.
Well, it was my severance, my last paycheck, and then like the bonus I got for that pay period, which I won't sugarcoat it. After taxes and everything, it was like 7 grand, 8 grand, maybe.
Okay, I
Oh,
can
nice.
100% see
That's
why they denied your unemployment. I can 100%
three.
see that.
That's 3.5 times my bonus for the end of the year.
Like,
But
here's the
still,
thing, like,
Michigan
just
unemployment is only like 360 a week.
well, obviously it's not meant to pay for stuff, otherwise people wouldn't find jobs.
I was gonna say, like, I told him, I'm like, you realize, like, even this fucking like 360 weekly, like, it doesn't even pay like my mortgage at the end of the month if I didn't spend a penny of any of those.
Right.
And
I
like
mean,
my
360 is
it's
mortgage
nothing.
nothing.
isn't like overly expensive.
All right, so you had the $7,000 bonus, and then you got your last paycheck, and I'm assuming I'm assuming unused vacation hours you got paid back too.
Yes.
Uh, all that money total, how long would that have covered your bills if you had no job? How long do you think it would have covered you for?
8 grand.
Yeah,
If I were to just pay, god damn,
like if you were to just pay bills with it, nothing else, how long would it be till it ran dry?
I'd have to do the math after like this battle and run.
Oh,
But I
because I
mean,
remember
it
I
wouldn't pay my mortgage for a year, I'll tell you that.
well, no, but what I've learned is oh, you just got burned, nice. I remember what I learned in they never really taught financing in school, obviously, but I remember my parents told me a long time ago, if you ever end up being fired or you get injured and you can't work, like it's always good to have at least 6 months worth of payments saved up at all times.
Yeah, I have that like now, and I
I
mean
mean,
I
so
did
do
at the time.
honestly, I have enough money to not work for 3 years if I wanted to.
That's pretty sick.
Well, then again, I'm still mooching off my parents, so that helps the bills a lot.
Do they make you pay rent?
Oh yeah, I pitch in with expenses too now and then. I'm not I'm not a complete like couch potato.
Do they charge you a lot for rent?
Oh no, they no, because
I
there's no point to it. I would literally be homeless. Because I don't know what rent prices are like in Detroit or the Michigan area, but the state I'm in, I read an article that my state's like, well, it's like the top state in terms of like fastest rising house and rent prices, which is absolutely insane. Like everywhere around me, the average rent price I'm seeing, like the low end for like a 2 bedroom, it's like 790 for just a very
why would you get
basic
a two
low end thing.
bedroom?
It was just a listing I saw last. It was the most recent
Oh.
listing.
Is that like for a house or apartment?
It was an apartment.
Ah,
Well, it was not that. It didn't really include bills. There wasn't really anything provided. Plus,
I'm
I
sure mine was inflated,
so much
but
money.
when I went to college in 2018, so this was way before things were even more inflated as they are now. Uh, I used to pay 770 rent, and this was for a one-room apartment plus a bathroom. Um,
Okay. I should also make another difference comparison. I don't live in a big city where there's more demand for rent. Because the
right.
nearest
Well,
big
it was
city to
inflated because
me,
I was also going to Ohio State, so they could charge a little bit more probably because there were plenty of kids that needed housing.
yeah, I mean, the closest big city to me, it's like a huge town of like city of like 60,000, and there were a few surrounding suburbs that ranged from like 10 to 15,000. And it kind of bordered a major city in the next state over, so it's like a giant metro area. Like the rent prices I've seen up there, like a basic like one bedroom apartment was going for like 11 to 1200 a month.
Yeah, my sister, who is like, uh, she is now on her own. Again, I'm still living with my grandmother. She could choose to live with my parents if she still wanted. She doesn't choose to. Uh, she, I believe, is paying somewhere in the realm of 900 a month, and she is an assistant manager at a restaurant.
Nice.
900 a month.
for an
Uh,
apartment.
yeah.
That is actually more than my mortgage.
You
Yeah,
must have you
I've
must
heard
have gotten
memes
your
of
more
that. Ah,
you must
yes, you don't qualify for a $700 mortgage, so let's pay 900 in rent. So many memes about that.
I've seen that, yeah. Well, then again, I have no how would you even get a mortgage that cheap these days anyway?
Well, I bought my house in 2020. So that right
That
there
was
will tell
probably
you.
the best. Was that the red and green Ditto sprite?
I don't know actually.
That
But
was the red and green Ditto sprite. Oh my god.
but my interest rate is 2.99, so yeah. That'll tell you everything right there.
Yeah, honestly, when I was a young kid, instead of like learning addition and subtraction, I should have bought my first house.
Well, weren't you still
Cause
in
like,
high school when the pandemic happened?
yes, I was. I was in the. Let's see. I was back in. I was in my junior. I was in my junior year.
I
When
met
we
I'm
went
Kurt.
completely back in person, I was in my senior year, but this whole class schedule was just completely messed up, and I was fine with it. They they had us all take Fridays off of school just so the school can be deep cleaned, even though I knew full well they weren't cleaning anything.
nice.
But I took advantage of that, and I was able to work 24 hours a week while I was still in high school.
That's pretty sick.
It's at the job I have right now. I just hit 4 years.
Nice.
Yeah, longer than half the people there.
Longevity.
Yep. I'm just waiting in line for that management position. Not like overall manager, but like manager of my what do you call it?
Apartment.
Department. Yeah, department.
So one person's got to leave.
Well, I'm in the dairy frozen department. Technically, I'm in grocery too because like it's a small store, so like I'm everywhere basically, but the dairy frozen department only has two people. My department manager and myself.
I'm looking at my bank account because this is the first cash. This is the first check I've gotten since I got a raise. I
Oh,
got
really?
a whopping $42. One check.
Extra?
Yeah.
It's
So
I'm about
something.
to lose that
You're
$42 thanks
salaried
to the
though, right?
insurance, though. So I'm technically taking a pay cut this year.
That's funny.
Because
So
this
you
this
got a
check doesn't
raise,
include
and
the insurance that I just signed up for this week.
yeah. The only reason I was even looking into my workplace for insurance was because I remember I got a letter from my state health and welfare department that I was losing my Medicaid coverage because I don't remember exactly what it had to do with, but I was about to lose it. So I looked into them, my business, and I remember I talked about the insurance being so bad. my parents advised me not to go with it. They tried to help me shop for different like private options. My state had an option to where you could actually like the kind of insurance that you would get through like Medicaid, for example. They
Yeah.
had an option where you could still get it if you were in a higher income bracket. You would just have to pay the money like regular insurance at a cheaper price. That was what I was looking into, but and
Oh
then
my god,
apparently
that
I got
Agatha battle. Sorry.
oh, I saw that. But yeah, apparently the whole letter was just a malfunction in the system. I was never supposed to lose it, and the whole letter was not even a real letter.
Oh.
My insurance though was deleted, but it was
Wow.
it was actually a glitch in the software. So I was given all my benefits back because I was never supposed to lose them because I never went into the higher income bracket. I was still under it by like 4,000 a year, so I had no reason to lose it.
That Agatha battle, man. 1 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you ever use the HP up in the tower?
Yes.
That's it. Finally, somebody picked up the HP up, and it actually mattered.
I always
Oh
pick
my
it up just out of habit.
I
I
never
pick
picked
it
that
up
up.
half the time.
I hate picking that up.
I pick it up
Like,
when I know I have weaknesses.
I should go in the disassembly and replace that HP up with a calcium or something. That'd be fun. Man, this whole back half of the stream was probably real boring to some people.
Yeah, my bad, y'all.
Nah, it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, at least we're looking at D1's footage.
I'm currently saving up for a house. Been saving up for a house for a while. I will probably consider purchasing a house next year.
Nice. I hope to actually I mean, I am paying my parents rent right now, but I'm hoping to rent
4620.
I'm hoping to
Nice.
rent my own place hopefully somewhere near the end of next year. Because right now, my parents are trying to build a house on our property, and right now we're living in like a tiny apartment that's built in like a shop building. Like half of the building is just a giant garage with a little apartment in the back. That's where we're all living in right now. But as soon as they've been trying to build the house for the last 4 years, but COVID, lumber prices, all that just put a halt to it. But as soon as the house is built, they're all going to move into it. And this apartment that will be left behind, I'll rent it off of them. And I'll be in charge of paying the bills for it.
Nice.
So basically, they'll just be my landlords.
My
And I'll have my own
apartment
space.
before I bought my house was 500 square feet in this
I think
like
this whole...
party town
I
called Royal Oak.
never heard of it.
I paid $795 a month, I believe, for 500 square feet.
Nice.
And then I bought
Better
my
up for
house.
leaderboard.
And then I remember my wife, she was living in an apartment and it was like 800 square feet and she was paying like damn near $1,000 a month.
Man.
And then she was like, "Hey, we've been dating a while. I don't want to move back home. Can I just move into your house?" And I was like, I don't know how I
big? I
feel
just
about
Googled our house.
that.
How big was it?
My apartment or hers?
Oh, those are apartment sizes? I just Googled the house that I'm currently living in, and the house itself is 1,400. The
Square
whole
feet?
house. Yeah.
That's pretty big. I mean, my house right now is only like 1,000 square feet.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, anyways, guys, as fun as that was, we will now have to make our schedules for next week, where I don't believe we've really made too many plans for next week. So
I'll go over it later.
yeah. So, anyways, it was a nice night. I appreciate everything, and I will see you guys on Monday. Good night.
I'm just about to show my leaderboard.
I'm going to mute myself real quick and end my stream.
Okay. All right, so our final time was 39:25. Tapu Bulu.
All right, guys. It's been fun. We don't know when the next stream is going to be. But this thing did not perform as good as Tapu Fini. I thought it would be better, but it was not. I will catch y'all in the next stream. Gonna probably start doing some Gen 5 runs. I'll catch y'all then.